I got cut off. I'm not sure if I did that, but what I was getting ready to say is when I'm in Asheville, I feel like I'm surrounded by hills. When I drive up, 20, 30 minutes north of Asheville, I feel like I'm in really high hills, really, you know, 3,000, 4,000 feet. When I get up here, which is at 5,400, it seems like once you get up to about 5,000 feet, which is exactly, 1 mile above sea level, that's when it starts feeling like you're in the mountains to me, right? And then again, another 15 minutes north of here. Look, there's some people that are starting to come up here. Anyway, I've basically just told you everything I know about this area, geologically and geographically. Some of it I've read, and some of it I'm sort of piecing together and connecting the dots. So anyway, I'll shut up. Let me just take you for a little walk up here. Look at this. This is going to be amazing when these rhododendrons start blooming, because they're literally everywhere. You see, they're just surrounding this area. I think this is why they call this Craggy Gardens. I don't even know what that means, but it looks craggy, and it's like a big nature's garden. I mean, when I think of craggy, I think of gnarly and broken rock and all that. And by the way, a couple of videos ago, I was starting to talk about some of the characteristics of these mountains and how we know they're old. And I mentioned that they look gnarly. That's one of them. But the other thing that I've noticed, and I guess this is true of all mountains, but they seem to be breaking up. A lot of debris everywhere. There's a lot of rock slides and, along the roads here, because they cut through these mountains back in the 1930s and 40s to build this road, the Blue Ridge Parkway. So before that, you just had, wagon train trails. But when the automobile came about in the 20s, they started building these and other, quote, infrastructure projects after the Depression, right? After the 1929 Depression. So in the mid to late 30s, I think it was, mid 30s when they started the work programs. You see what I mean about the roadies? I am literally surrounded by rhododendrons. This is going to be spectacular in a few weeks, so stay tuned for that. I'll come back and record what that looks like. But they're just everywhere. I mean, this is literally just this mountaintop is covered. This heath bald is covered with rhododendrons, wild rhododendrons. So anyway, I'm piecing it all together. I'm sure you can read about all this, but again, I'm at Craggy Gardens, and I'm up at what is this called? I think this is called the Craggy Gardens Trail, I want to say. But, I'm going to leave you with this little view over here. There's flies everywhere. I think people either go to the bathroom out here. There's gazillions of flies, like just hundreds and hundreds of them all around. I don't know if you can see them on the rocks. It's kind of gross. They're everywhere. Yeah, this is probably a bathroom area right here. Anyway, look at this. I'll zoom in. That is, I don't know what that is. That might be Marion, North Carolina down there. That's what it seems like. That's the direction. But anyway, let me get away from these. These flies are kind of gross. And they're everywhere. Maybe there's horse droppings. Hey there. Sorry, let me get by you here. Oh, thank you. Yeah, these things are comfortable. These shoes are pretty bright. You can see them a long ways away. I talk about these every chance I get. These are the La Sportiva TX4s, and the reason they're so bright, well, A, I like the colors, but this is a special edition that they came out with. I don't know if it was like an anniversary of when they came out with them. These are Italian shoes. These are leather. These are solid leather shoes. The uppers are leather. And they've got these Vibram soles on them, so they're approach shoes, right? Anyway, these shoes, the color was made as part of a anniversary edition of these shoes, and it's a retro thing. It's kind of like, I think this may have been one of the first colors they used. I think they're pretty cool. And these things are so comfortable. I mean, you know, for hiking shoes, they fit right out of the box like a glove, and then you get you start wearing them, and they really begin to conform to your foot because they're leather. They're kind of a suede leather. I don't know if you can tell. See that? But they're pretty bright. These colors, that hot pink and that hot pink and hot blue. Hello. All right. I'll leave you with this. The sun's coming up on one of these ridges over here.